tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Dropping knowledge in the studio, you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This Prince Hakeem.
Yes. This is your man, Ronnie Ron. Hakeem, what's happening? What is going on?
What's good with you, man? Hey, you had the internet on the uproar the other day.
Yeah, I did, because I ain't gonna lie. That one right there was kind of shaky for me. You know, it was just me being goofy. But as it being goofy, it was very controversial.
It was.
When they were talking about, people were like, what was controversial about it? I mean, I had it up in the uproar.
Yeah.
It was about, should a man teach a woman? And then not only that, when me and you agreed to that, I mean, all the lashes of women just attacking us left and right.
Oh, left and right. Yeah. You had one lady who I think blocked or tried to report the pages when she was talking about, women mainly has the kids and this and that. And I'm saying, and I try to give an example, and I say, who is the end product user of women? For the majority, men are. Men seek women for marriage. We seek women for sex. We seek women for comfort. So if men want a particular type of woman, he needs to try to teach a woman how to be a woman for him.
Thank you. I see you understand it, but a lot of people in that comment didn't understand. I think they was talking more on womanhood when they were talking about cooking, cleaning, and stuff like that. No, they misunderstood the whole comment.
That's basic. That's basic stuff. You should listen. You that has to come to the table already. If you don't know how to cook, you don't have to cook and clean. That means your mother wasn't in your life.
Correct.
But go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you were saying?
The main thing what I said on there was, I said, hey, if a woman wants a man, she needs to go talk to another man, a brother, a father, a uncle, who are a little bit older, and say, hey, dad, uncle, what do I need to do to get this type of man? Because this type of man has qualities, certain qualities that they admire about a woman, which she probably won't have. You're not supposed to go to a woman to try to get a man. You talk to men. Men would tell you, because most men, what they want from across the board are all the same.
Correct.
60, 70% of it. But women are so big-headed these days, they think they can snatch anybody. Really, no, they snatch beta males, simps, and low ballers, and then complain that there's no good men out here.
I'm right now, as you're talking, I'm trying to go to the comment people was making.
Yeah.
I had the people in the uproar. We're gonna read some. It's just to me, it was like it was this unusual comment. So I'll be like,
no, it was, and we're gonna dissect it too.
Right.
We're gonna dissect it.
Because some people like, because I know some people like, what did they say? Some people like, I'm trying to wonder, okay, what did these people say? What was so bad about it? So we're gonna.
And people, when you hear about it, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna say these people ain't know what they was talking about.
So it's like, okay, and we're not gonna say this. Okay, this is one girl. She says, this is the dumbest shit I read all day. You might be able to teach her how to be your woman, but that's it. That's what it's all about. That's one girl's comment. This is the one that you were talking about. This is the one that was in the award. This is one would say, no way you can't compare yourself with raising a daughter to raising a grown ass woman, because you can't raise no woman.
Sadly enough, what that girl said, most single moms that raise daughters, their daughters from a large percentage tend to be baby mamas as well.
Correct. That's what she was saying.
How do you know how to cater to a man if there's not a man around to show you how to cater to?
Correct.
Your mama's gonna tell you how to date. She's gonna tell you how to shuffle around men. because that's all you're going to know when you see her and your mom date. Lucky enough, she gets a stepfather who then you see how your mom doesn't respect the stepfather because he has to come in and raise you. Most women don't respect men that come and raise other people's kids.
And this is true. And this woman even say this is absolutely pathetic
Mm-hmm.
to come with a construct of a man saying, I want to be able to teach my woman. She said it's pathetic.
You have to teach
Mind you, these
them.
are grown women now, folks. These not like little kids. And now you do even a comment from a guy. This is from a guy. They say this is the dumbest bullshit I ever heard or ever tried to do in my 8 years, and she still shitted on me. A woman is brought up and raised to be a woman. If you have to teach a female on how to be a woman, you're turning her into a housewife.
No. Women. Most women are not made to be wives. Some women are made to have sex.
Yeah, that's a hoe. That's what he was pretty much saying.
Yeah.
Taking a hoe to be a housewife.
Yeah, housewife.
However, I counterattack him because I was like, that's not necessarily true because if a woman is supposed to be able to fit your program, you have to teach her.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And not only that, but one time I even told this person, it was a woman, I actually gave her this analogy. I said, when you go for a job interview, don't you have to train for that? When you get the job, you have to go through training.
100%.
It's the same way with the man.
100%. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, women need to go start talking to men to help them hook them up with other men.
Facts. People ain't gonna go there. You go there, people gonna get upset.
I got to go there now. I wish we was just like the Muslim. We need arranged marriages.
Nah, you shouldn't say not like the Muslim, because if you say like the Muslim, people will be like, "Oh, you talking about that religious sect over there in the west, in the west,
No, listen.
the Western Hemisphere."
When have you ever? Do you know any Muslim people that are divorced?
Bro, I never even heard of a Jewish person divorced.
You see what I'm saying? But here's the thing:
no.
Women need to understand, marriage is not about your feelings. Fuck your feelings.
Preach.
It's about duty, respect. It's about a job you have to do. Marriage is not about you catching a nut.
See, but remember, the people that have an issue with that, what you're saying, is only people in the Eastern Hemisphere, us.
Mm-hmm.
Because people over there don't have an issue with that. In the Middle East, they don't have an issue with that.
No, they don't, because you want to know why? It's a duty. Because you want to know why? She's going to think twice by divorcing a man which a husband had paid a dowry for her father to take. She said, this who I'm spending the rest of my life with.
Yeah. And these women, not only that, the women over there in the Middle East are taught on how to be a woman.
No, definitely. They're raised.
Their father teach them.
They're already groomed. Listen, the father vets the guy. The father actually has to have a talk to a guy to see what's going on, and the girl has to say yes or no. You still have a choice to say if you want with him or not. You feel me? But women need to start coming to other men to help them get set up with other men.
But I ain't gonna lie, I heard back in the days, like in the 1940s, the black culture was like that. You couldn't just go in and date anybody.
No, you couldn't. No, somebody had to know you before you could date somebody's daughter. Sometimes, if you was coming from a prominent family, they already had set up and arranged who you were supposed to be with. If you was with the deacon's son, or if you was with Mr. Billy Bob down the street who owned about four farms, or if you was the guy who owned Soul Glow.
Facts.
And you know me, you own the McDonald's franchise. They already would say, hey, we're going to Mindy and John together. We're going to make this thing happen. And we're going to make sure we merge our companies together. No, because marriage is a business. Women do not know how to choose men because they don't understand what men want. Because they feel like they don't need to ask what men want. Women think they bring a sack of meat to the table that squishes and think that's all enough. No, you got to cook, clean, be discerning, have good judgmental skills, be able to listen and follow a man's program. If you want a man, lady,
what man want based on social media, that's the problem.
That's the issue, and that's why a lot of them are gonna die alone.
because they're going by, okay, Rihanna say this is how a man idea of a man wants. This is what he wants.
No. And that's why
And
they're
it's
gonna
like,
die
no,
alone. That's why they're gonna die alone, Ronnie.
I know.
Oh, listen, most of the women that complain on that feed you're talking about, they're all single mothers.
Yeah, most of them are single mothers. Yes.
A lot of
They
them are
are
not.
single mothers.
A lot of them are not married. Like most of them girls who was on that feed didn't even have a wedding ring on their finger. I didn't
Yeah.
even see. Listen, I didn't even see a picture of a dude in their picture.
No. They never will show the dude. They will never show the dude because they ain't no dude.
You see?
That's why. Especially, especially in the black community. You already know that's one of the number one thing black women tend to not do is show they men. They will
No, they
not show
don't.
the men.
No, they don't. Because either they're
Spanish
ashamed
people
of it.
do it, white women
Oh
do
my
it, black
God!
women would not do it. No.
Listen, you get in a relationship with a Spanish girl, she wants to put you on the front cover.
And now that they would do it, they would tag them, and you see next week the person's picture is removed.
Yeah, basically. Because you want to know why women think they can have it all. Black women think they can have it all. They think they can move around and find who they want. Y'all poorly know how to choose men. Come to us and we'll get you a good man.
Yeah.
Come
but the
talk to
women
me.
were so upset. Yeah. They were so upset, Hakeem. They actually went to my brother about it. That's how upset they was.
I know, because you telling something that's the truth.
Who do you think he is to go and say he could teach a woman how to be a woman? I'm like, y'all reading it out of context. And I mean, it was really bad. It was really bad. And I think at one point you was fussing out at a guy because the guy was disagreeing with you hard.
He was. I said, hey, what are you talking about, brother? I said, what do you mean by that, brother? But then I'm saying, then I had to stop because I forgot, hey, this is a beta male provider. He's a simp. He's going to do more than what I'm doing.
Right.
You see? That's why I tell guys, like, women are getting fed up because they're not getting the man that they want. The men that they're getting are subpar men. You feel me?
Right.
And these men are not here. They don't make enough. The sex game is not good, but they want to complain and say that all men has an issue. No, you choose the wrong men. And this is why a lot of you ladies need to go to wife camp and learn how to be wives. Because a lot of y'all wasn't groomed under that. Because if y'all was, you would be married by now.
But their ego won't tell them that. The ego will tell them, no, the man are being a narcissist. He's chauvinistic. He don't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to him. They would trust me. They will say that. They will tell themselves that. That's how powerful their ego are.
And it's crazy you say that because it's true. Women are very egotistical because the way the world built that they make women think that they're better than men, that we're expendable, that we're not needed. They make them think that because they got degrees that they're smarter than us, that they're better than us, that they make more money than us, that we're lacking behind. Oh, women are smarter than y'all. And when most men get into electronic and engineer and STEM fields, women always go into humanities. So let's cut the chase on that, man. Women.
Yeah.
It takes a man to tell you how to be a woman to a man, not how to be a woman to another woman. Y'all gonna gossip and do what y'all want. A lot of y'all don't even know how to be wives. Y'all not even capable of being a wife. Y'all capable of being a side chick.
Right. Because remember, the mother raised them that way because they don't want the mother don't want them to be successful because they don't feel like they're a failure in their lives.
No, 100%. But here's the thing: a lot of these girls are being raised by mothers who are side chicks.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Man. That was other people. It was also reversed. Woman was raised to be man, and man was raised to be a female. Because they baby the man, but they treat the woman so masculine. That's why the women act like. That's why they say women act like dudes, and it's the truth.
That's sad, man.
And it's sad. That's why I think you ever how many you every time you talk to a chick, you seem like she's never on your program because she's acting like a dude. A dude will fight you back. Women are supposed to be submissive. They're supposed to say, yes, darling, yes, dear. But they won't tell you that. They're going to give you a lot of class back. And it
Man,
is sad.
sad is not the word. That's why I say a lot of women need to go into etiquette classes to learn how to be
Yeah.
wise. A lot of women right now are at home crying because they can't find a good. Because a lot of, the funny thing about that, Ron, and maybe you can agree with me, there's this majority of women are very judgmental.
Facts. I agree with you on that. Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? They judge you the way you look. You're not having enough money. Us, we can go talk to a chick at Checkers and it won't mean nothing, or a chick at Pollo
Facts.
Tropical and it won't mean nothing, because we really don't look for money. But a woman at a certain age in her life, she's going to categorize you and judge you for you not being a made nigga. You feel me? When
Which is true.
sometimes a lot of you girls are not fit to be with made niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these
It's
girls
true.
are not even beautiful enough to be with a nigga who makes $120,000 a year. Because I tell you this right now, the day me and you get rich, we're handpicking our hoes.
Bro, I'm doing it now, but we're gonna handpick them even better. You feel me?
Like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna be, you know what I mean? We're not gonna be with women that are going to think they're going to emasculate us and some stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. But it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. The world we live in is like totally left field because these women, and it's not all of them. Some of them are growing up with, with more characters. You know that to be true. All of them are not.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
same,
yeah.
But the majority is very high.
No, very majority is very high, because majority of women have wants and need that's unrealistic.
Yeah. So,
No, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
so the,
It,
so the
it,
number
it,
the number is very. The number is.
oh man, it is one of those situations that gets put into that spectrum. But for people who taking that your statement out of context, we're not saying to teach a woman how to be a woman in a sense of maxi pad and stuff like that. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? In a sense of that, but we are telling you to teach you a woman to be a woman for a man. A man knows what type of wife he wants in his life. A man knows what type of woman he wants to be a mother to his kids. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes he already has a good template of that from the people in his life. So women cannot get mad about that, because you want to know why? When the less you think of us is the more you're going to lose.
Correct.
You know
Which
what I'm
is
saying?
true. Which is true. That was it's a touchy thing because I would say a lot of women are built like men, like, so when they come across a guy that comes in and say, "Hell no, this is the ideal woman I'm looking for. This is what I need a woman to. This is what I need a woman to do for me."
Yep.
They're gonna get, they won't understand that because they used to doing everything on their own.
Facts.
They used to taking charge.
Facts.
So that's why you saw on the comment we had a lot of clash back because we clashing with women that used to be in charge and not used to being a man telling them like, "Hey, no, this is what I need from you." But most of the time, the man are submissive, so the man are telling the woman, "Okay," now we're telling the woman, "Okay, dear, it's whatever you say."
No, facts.
And that's not how things go. But I do agree with you on the idea of arranged marriages. I think that would be a good route.
We need to start doing arranged marriages, especially for the little girls that's coming up. We say, hey, we know what type of guy you're going to date. We know what type of guy you're going to get married to. And we only talking to men who wants to get married. And we're even talking to women now. If women want to get married, we need to pair them up with guys who's ready to get married now. And they just figure that stuff out.
Yeah. And I like your idea. It's not about feelings.
No.
And it's not about love. Can we coexist and build an empire together?
That's all it's about. It's about duty and respect. The problem is women forget. Here's the funny thing is women think it's all about them, is what makes them happy. They don't bring majority of the money. They're not building houses. They're not fixing the infrastructure.
No.
They're just taking care of the home. You know what I mean? So if it's about you and I'm following you, that means that the house is on shaky ground.
Facts. And most of the time, I heard this from one of the eldest guys I talked to. He's like my elder. He's one of the guys I go to, and I talked to him. He said most of the time, he even told me, most of the time his wife don't even know how to cook.
You see?
And I was like, what? He said, yes, you don't even know how to season. I'll be telling her what to put in the chicken.
You see, that's problematic.
And he's like, and I can't. He's like over 40 years old.
That's problematic. That just says that I'm wondering if this was like something where he felt like this was something he had to do, or
no, they had kids together. They had kids together out of wedlock. Then they ended up getting married for the sake of the children.
yes,
So which I respect. But he was telling me in the aspect. I was telling him sometimes this is the argument I was making to him. I was telling him how sometimes it's hard for men to admit that they need a woman.
yeah.
And it's hard for women to admit that they need a man. They too much in their ego. They won't say, "Hey, we built in a way, especially in our community, we built in a way that we don't need each other," and that's false. I think that's a whole idea you already know that was created by the white man to teach us that, hey, we don't need each other, so we could never come together and be powerful. That's the whole idea. So we kept that curse in the generation to the generation to the generation to now the generation that's here today, and the generation we're living today. Most women you see, they say they don't need a man.
No, you're right.
Like most of the time, and that's another one too. That one I want to actually bring girls on the panel for that one to talk about why it's so hard for women to say they need a man.
Basically, because they're big headed. Because we've taught them that they can have it all. We taught them they can have it all. We taught them they can have it when they feel like it. We told them that they don't have to date a man with 40,000. You know what I mean?
Remember T.I. had a song, "You Can Have Whatever You Like." He made a song. We went platinum. You can have a song, whatever you like. So it's true. We are taught to tell them you can have it all. But that's not the whole reality.
No, and we've been feeling that shit ever since.
But that's gonna be a good topic to have with these women on why it's so hard to say y'all need a man. And we're probably going to get into details of that. And I think that one's going to go viral because that's like the biggest, especially in our community, women would not say that.
No, 100%.
That's like the ultimate sin.
No, 100%. No, they're definitely not going to say that because they themselves don't want to look like it's like they don't
want to look weak. One girl says she don't want to look weak.
And that's the issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We need each other. See, it's easy for men to say it.
Listen, I definitely know I need a woman. I know there's certain
Me too. I said that out loud. I said out loud to a girl's face. She's like, what? You need a woman? I said, yeah, I need a woman. They say, for what, bro? You got your own place. You're not a cook, clean, this and that. I said, women are more than just cooking and cleaning. Sometimes I might need her to organize my clothes. I might need her to organize my business transaction. I might need her to organize my finances. Women are good than what you expect they're not good for.
100%. 100%. It's yin and yang. You know we can't live without y'all. Y'all can't live without us. We just need to come to the table and remove the big headedness. That's the only issue. Yeah.
Facts.
Stop being freaking big headed and just come home and make sure let's get this thing popping.
Facts. That's facts. So what's your final thoughts, man? So should men teach a woman?
Yes, men should teach women how to be a woman for other men. You know what I mean? Because most men know what they want, and women should be able to listen.
Yes. I kind of agree with you with your final thought. I gotta agree with you. Man should be able to teach a woman. You know, that was actually my question. So I actually agree. Men should be able to teach a woman, not in the way women are thinking. Now, when it comes to the aspect of motherhood, okay, ladies, get that. Yeah. Not in the aspect of motherhood. We're talking about in the aspect of growing together.
Basically, because we can't teach you how to be mothered. That's something you have to already know. Like that's something. Yeah.
And now that women actually got that inside them naturally. They natural nurture.
Basically, so we're not going to try to put you in a situation where, you know what I mean, you say we're going to tell you how to be a mom. That's impossible, you know?
Facts. So that being said, guys, Chaos Culture Radio,
we out.
Peace.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.